Hey, listen, creating wealth will never get simpler than this, but you do need to pay attention while watching this video. So if you're on a smartphone, you may want to switch to a desktop computer or a laptop because your smartphone screen is really small. It's easy to get distracted. This is the most important video in our wealth building series. If you don't have a desktop or laptop, or you don't have access to one right now, just do your best to stay focused. This video introduces you to Unifii, the company we've partnered with that makes everything I've shared with you so far possible. In this video, we'll be showing you Unifii's financial resource products, which you can use to put compounding to work for you right away, to start generating income through the I quadrant. That's the investor quadrant we've shared with you. You're going to learn how Unifii's products help you capitalize on both the cryptocurrency and the Forex markets. But listen up. If you have experience with either of these two markets, put that aside for a moment because this is different. And to show you how different, let me just show you some results from August, 19%, September, 49%, October, 32%. And I have gotten a glimpse at November's results, and they're in this ballpark as well. These are incredible results, and while we don't want you to think that this is a guarantee that you're going to get these kinds of results, because in investing, the past doesn't equal the future, we do want to show you the results that we're getting, and you can request future months if you're watching this video much later than I'm recording it. Now, if you're a beginner and you have absolutely no experience, well, first of all, understand the results I just showed you are absolutely incredible, but also understand there's no reason to worry. I'm going to explain everything in this video in very simple terms. And even more important than that, realize that Unifii has made it incredibly simple for you to take advantage of compounding with these resources. I'm going to go over all of their resource products that allow you to tap into compounding in just a minute. But first, before we begin, I think it's important that we do a quick review on everything we've discussed so far in this wealth building series. Then we'll share how you can access these strategies as soon as today using Unifii's products. So far in this wealth building series, we've reviewed why most people are financially stuck, literally. They're trading time for money out of the E or the S quadrant as an employee or a self-employed person. Trading time for money. And as we talked about, there's no opportunity for financial freedom as long as you're trading time for money out of the E or the S quadrant. We promised to show you a system that would move you to the B or the I, the business system or investor quadrant, which is on the right side of the cash flow quadrant where wealth gets created. We discussed the two wealth building principles at play: compounding out of the investor quadrant and leverage out of the business system quadrant. We showed you that compounding works and how it works, and how you can start with something really small and grow it into over $1 million by simply putting compounding to work and letting it run its course. Then we shared how the principle of leverage works by allowing you to generate income out of the B quadrant by building a distribution network like we discussed in the last video, where you can walk away but still have a residual income paying you each and every month. J. Paul Getty spoke about it when he said, "I'd rather have 1% of the effort of 100 people than 100% of my own effort." He was talking about how wealth gets created through leverage out of the B quadrant, because you're paid a small percentage from the efforts of a lot of people who work together in a network to distribute products or services. The working class doesn't approach making their money this way. The middle class isn't taught to think this way either. But the wealthy and those who are financially free and those who maybe were poor or were in the middle class who became financially free all think this way. Robert Kiyosaki summed it up like this: the rich build networks, everyone else just looks for work. We discussed 3 different ways that you can build a network, and we promised to show you a system to create a $9,837 monthly residual income. And for some of you, a 6-figure monthly residual income by building a distribution network with Unifii. We're going to go over all the details of that in the next and final video. But first, in this video, we're going to go over Unifii. Unifii provides you with simple tools and resources you can use to capitalize on the power of compounding. That's out of the investor quadrant. Without having to start with a lot of capital and without having to spend a lot of time learning to become a professional trader. Whether you're brand new to investing or you're an experienced trader, Unifii keeps it simple, really simple. Okay, it's important to underscore. You never give the money you're investing to Unifii. That's yours. You're only paying for access to Unifii's financial resource products. Whatever amount you decide to start investing with is your decision. And it's always in your control, meaning it's in your account. It's not in a Unifii account. It's in your control. So as it starts to compound, you can take some of it out or all of it out at any time you choose. Again, Unifii has no control over that. Unifii is not an investment advisor. They are a publisher of information and a provider of tools and resources that you can use to put compounding to work, and it's very effective. Okay, a quick disclaimer before we go over their resource products. The most important part of this is never trade with funds that you cannot afford to lose. That's a standard statement that should be presented before we go over these products. So I'm going to go over all of these. Prosperity U, the premium FX signals, the altcoin reports, and the advanced signals and universal signals. These are all part of their suite of products that empower you to put compounding to work. So these resources allow you to capitalize on opportunities in both cryptocurrency and the Forex markets. If you're a beginner and have absolutely no experience in either of these, Unifii has made it very simple for you to begin. If you have experience in either cryptocurrency or Forex, you'll quickly see this is different. Again, just to show you real quick, the results speak for themselves. While we don't want you to expect these kind of results every month, it is what we got in August, September, October, and November. This is 2018. November was also in this ballpark. Obviously, this is way beyond what I showed you in our compounding illustrations, which was simply teaching you how compounding works. We want to keep more conservative expectations, but these are the results. And that alone should speak to any of you who are experienced that this is different. Now, for those of you who have absolutely no experience whatsoever, let's review cryptocurrency and Forex as a starting point. So what's cryptocurrency? This is a new asset class that many believe will have a significant impact on how we live and do business. It's considered a disruptive technology and represents the potential for one of the largest wealth transfers in history, meaning there's a lot of opportunity for people who don't have a lot of money now to make a lot of money. It's believed that cryptocurrency, or more accurately referred to as blockchain technology, will have an even greater impact than what the internet had. Bitcoin is an example of a cryptocurrency, but there are thousands of cryptocurrencies. Some of these have the potential to see 100x and even 1000x returns. That means $1,000 in, $1 million back. What's important to understand about cryptocurrency trading is you can generate significant profits whether the market is going up or down when you have access to the right resources, and I'll explain how that works. Okay, first though, what is Forex? Forex is the global exchange market for currencies. So for example, you have the US dollar, you have the euro, you have the Swiss franc, and the British pound, and the Japanese yen, and the Mexican peso. These are currencies. There's lots of currencies. Forex market trades these currencies. It's an enormous market. 5.3 trillion is traded per day. That's 220 billion per hour. Now, who trades on Forex? There's two types of traders, retail and institutional. Retail would be considered like you and me and most people. Institutional is the big money. Now, here's the important part to get and why we're seeing such incredible returns. With Unifii's Forex product, you get access to what the institutional traders do and not what most retail traders have to rely on to trade. Here's why that's so important. If you look at the Forex trading hierarchy, just hang with me here. These red rectangles represent the institutions. And this little sliver, gray bar that you see represents how much trading volume is coming from the 77 million retail investors, so not very much. The trading volume from institutions represents 94.5% of the total trading, almost all of it. While those 77 million retail traders, regular people trying to trade in Forex, represents just 5.5% of the total trading volume. What this means is retail traders are chasing the market, kind of guessing what's going to happen, while the institutional traders are the market. Now, I'm going to help you understand why this is such a big deal. Retail investors spend millions on technical analysis training. They're trying to learn how to do charts, how to read charts. You're not going to have to do that here. 80 to 90% of them are losing money because they're really just trying to guess what's going to happen in the market. They're reacting to the market. While the institutional investors are comprised of national banks, financial institutions, global corporations, they know what's going on because they are the market. They have a very high success rate with their trading. They are literally creating the market. So if you can trade like the institutions, if you can know where that money's going, it's a completely different ball game than trying to read charts in the past to try to guess where the money's going to go. If you know where the money's going and you can participate in that movement, then you are with the institutional traders. That's what makes this so different. By trading like the institutions, you get to trade like the big money market makers do. You're not guessing or using technical analysis like nearly all of the other retail investors are doing. And these results speak for themselves. When you look at these results, 19%, 49%, 32% in August, September, and October, you can clearly see the results are quite different than what Forex traders in retail typically deal with. These returns are much more substantial than our illustration showed you because we want to be conservative. We want to be conservative but still show you what past results have been. And again, you can request other months depending on when you're watching this video. I've recorded this video in late 2018, but by the time you're watching this, you could request November 2018 and perhaps some of the future months. So looking back at some of the previous illustrations, remember how small of an amount you could start with and grow it into something significant and life-changing at 8.5%. This was an illustration we gave of $500 that grew into $177,000 in 72 months at 8.5%, significantly less than the returns that we've been seeing so far. Just add $200 a month to that and it grew to over $1 million. At a $500 balance, looking at even a shorter period of time, 60 months, at 15% compounding interest, which is still less than the returns we've been seeing, that would grow to over $2 million. Add $27 a month to that, it grows to over $3 million in 60 months. Looking at another illustration with a starting balance of $5,000 in 36 months, that's just 3 years at 15% compounding returns, that grows to $765,000. The point is, compounding does not require you start with a lot of capital in order to grow it to something significant, to life-changing returns. We can't promise a specific return every month, but we can show you the returns from the previous months. And at the time of this recording, I'm going to show you again, these were the results from the last 3 months. I don't want you to have this be your expectation, but it makes sense to show you the history, and you can request November, December, January, depending on when you're watching this video. Now that I have your attention, let's do a review of Unifii's complete suite of financial resource products. First, we have Prosperity U. Prosperity U is a video training library that teaches you the ins and outs of trading. Cryptocurrency 101, learn to buy and sell Bitcoin. Again, optional, but great training for beginners. Learn about Forex and the wealth building strategies and tools, and using the financial secrets of the wealthy elite. Content is being added to this all the time. They're incredibly well put together, professional, short, succinct, highly informative. Then there's the Institutional Forex Premium FX Signals product. I showed you a glimpse of the results. I'm now going to go over this in more detail. Trade currencies like the institutions do. You get support with live group chat. So this is fantastic for beginners, but obviously because of the results, it's also fantastic for those who are experienced. It's designed with the beginner in mind, is the point, and the results clearly speak for themselves. So I showed you these returns, which are absolutely incredible. But there's more I want to share here. There's two ways to trade with the premium FX signal. You can do it personally, or you can get a PAM account. I'll explain. If you're doing it personally, you get the signal, which means you get notified when to place a trade at what price. If you're a beginner, we show you how. It only takes minutes a day or less once you get set up, and we help you get set up. You get the signal and place the trade. You don't have to act immediately. You have some time, like an hour or so. It's not like something where you have to respond within the first couple of minutes or you miss it. For those in the US, Canada, and Belgium, this is the best option for you. Because the PAM account, that's for people outside the US, Canada, Belgium, and North Korea. Everyone else can do the PAM account. The PAM account stands for Personal Allocation Money Management. It's for those who don't want to trade. You literally don't have to do the trades at all. You get access to Unifi's private trading partner who does the trading for you. Again, it's in your account. You can take it out whenever you want to, and it's not in Unifi's account at all. It's in your account, but someone's managing the trading for you. Again, that's for people outside the US, Canada, and Belgium. But what I wanted to show you was that the results I shared so far represented traders who use the signals, so without the PAM account. That's these incredible results so far. The following results represent those using the PAM account who didn't do the trading themselves. Still incredible. August 2018, 26% increase. September 2018, 38% increase. October, 20% increase. So these results are those who are using the PAM account where you don't have to do the trading. Again, that's for people outside the US, Canada, Belgium, and North Korea. So we just reviewed Prosperity U with the training library, and then the premium FX signals, which have been getting incredible results. Again, those results that I'm showing you are the historic results. Doesn't mean you're guaranteed those results in the future, but you can request to see future months, and it's not easy to put together that this is an incredible resource. Those products alone would be enough to make this an incredibly valuable resource by itself. But Unifii goes further by also providing products for those interested in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin as well, if you're interested. You don't have to do this, but the resources are there. These are the altcoin reports and the advanced and universal signals. And I'll go over these right now. The altcoin reports help you make good decisions, and it makes it very simple to decide which altcoins you might want to invest in. Again, that's your decision to make, but these reports help you tremendously. Analytical professionals evaluate and rate strong, undervalued altcoins, which are cryptocurrencies that are not Bitcoin, with the best chances of rewarding you long term. They rate these as a strongly consider, or observe, and they break it down into really simple terms so you can review these very simply. They help you identify the most promising altcoins with the greatest potential for 100x and 1000x return potential, and they help you understand where these altcoins are on their roadmap, meaning if you were to read these altcoins white papers, which is their technical papers, it's really complex. But these altcoin reports break it down into simple layman terms that you can get through very quickly, and they help you see and track how well these cryptocurrencies and these altcoins are doing at meeting their benchmarks, at developing as they go forward. Very helpful resource. The next two financial resource products show you when to be in and when to be completely out of Bitcoin. I'll explain. This is the advanced signals and the universal signals. So the universal signal is the simplest of the two. Simple enough for anyone to use literally. There's no experience required to succeed with this. You can protect and grow regardless of Bitcoin's price move. So it's going up, it's going down. It can help you significantly grow your Bitcoin and your money. It's following long-term trends, which means there's been less than one trade per month historically. So anyone can participate regardless of schedule. We're talking about a 2-minute investment a month on average. Very simple to apply the universal signal. Here's some results between July 24th and September 2018. We had 7 total trades. 85% of them were winning trades. If you were to start with a Bitcoin value of $5,000, it would have ended with almost $35,000. That would have been a total gain of nearly 600%. That's an average monthly gain of over 15% compounded per month. Again, much higher than most of the illustrations I've been sharing with you when demonstrating the power of compounding. Now, if you compare this to a Bitcoin buy and hold strategy where someone just buys it and that's it, they would have started with 5,000 in that time period. They would have grown it to 11,000. That would have been a total gain of 128%. Big difference between 128% and 600%. So just to show you an example of the last two signals and how powerful this is, the first arrow represents the sell signal in December. The second arrow indicates the buy signal. Let's look at another snapshot. On October 4th, it said to sell at 6,463. These are the last two signals. On December 8th, it said to buy at 3,379. And so the people who followed these signals, which literally took no more than, 3 minutes in a 2-month period, nearly doubled their Bitcoin for free. So again, you don't have to participate in Bitcoin, but these resources are invaluable, especially if you follow the line of logic that cryptocurrency is going to continue to go up over time, that it will hit another bull run. Now let's look at the advanced signal. This is for more experienced traders. So this isn't for all of you, but it is a resource that's available and that many of you may grow into as you watch it. This one gives you a signal every 1 to 2 days, so a lot more than the universal signal. This is more advanced, so you're going to be learning with other advanced signal users, getting a lot of support. There's a members Telegram support group, and you get to interact with others. You get tremendous support. So if you're interested in more active trading, doing more complicated things, this would be a great resource you could grow into. The signal prompts your smartphone, you get buzzed, or on your computer, and then you make the trade. The advanced signal results, I'm not going to go through them as carefully as I did the universal signal. You can pause the screen and follow along, but just to show you a 684% return in that same time spread. Of course, we could compare that to the buy and hold of 128%, and it's significant. I should also mention they teach strategies that are allowing people to get even much greater returns than this, with stop loss and all kinds of things that are more advanced than most of you may want to start with. But again, as you move forward and you're watching this and you're surrounded by people doing it, you might end up growing into it. It's an option. Okay, I'm going to show you some results that people have shared in our groups. These are snapshots of real posts they made voluntarily. In no way do their results imply or guarantee you'll get the same results. That's not why I'm showing this to you. But these are actual shares from real people. I'd like to show you these because the snapshots were taken during the Bitcoin bear market in late 2018 when the market was crashing. I'm recording this in early December 2018. Because Unifii doesn't just help you grow your money, but they actually help you protect it as well. And I want you to understand this because it's so important if you are interested in Bitcoin. Here's Shane. He says, just gained another 5% on Bitcoin. That's almost 10% since Friday. I saw him make another post on this in more detail. So I'm going to break this down. He says, these Unifii Bitcoin trade signals are on fire. Here is proof. He had shared some images that showed exactly what he's sharing here. But I'll break it down by reading it to you. I got a universal buy signal from Unifii on December 8th. So it told him to buy. Bitcoin price was 3,334 by the time I logged into my Binance account when I bought. Today, Bitcoin price is over 3,600. That's an 8.5% gain. The universal signals I get are designed to pick up trend moves in price direction. This helps me not only grow my wealth in Bitcoin, but also helps me protect what I've gained. Let me show you what he means by this. So back to that snapshot, he was describing buying here when this buy signal came in, and that within just a short period of time, he'd already earned almost 10% profit because it started to go up. But what he was also talking about was protecting your money. So he had sold it here 2 months prior. And when he bought it, when this came in, he had doubled his Bitcoin, and then it went up and he made 10% in dollar gains. Incredible. Here's Shagufta. Made 20% gains in the first week of December, and it's not even over yet. As Bitcoin continues to go down, we continue to make profit. And when it hits bottom, we will have multiplied our Bitcoin significantly at the same time. And we do it without giving our BTC up to anyone. It's always in our control, so no scamming operation can ever run off with it. Yes, I've changed my life forever, but that's not what matters. What matters is the number of lives that are being impacted by what I do and share with others. What's really funny about it is very few people know about it yet, which is quite funny. The vantage point of getting in before it hits critical mass, just incredible what we have here and what we're experiencing right now. And it truly is. The time of this recording, we're all just kind of blown away because we've been seeing this for some time now. Here's Chris, trade below, made from my phone, following Unifii's advanced signal, 3.7% profit in less than a day in a bear market. And guys, that's my point. I just wanted to show you these because I just randomly pulled these at the time that I recorded this from our group. We're seeing these all the time. It's showing you that even when the market's collapsing, these resources aren't just helping us grow our money, but also protect it. And in many cases, people are doubling their Bitcoin in the crash. It's really remarkable. Here's Ian. He's saying a friend had written me, hey, Ian, are you following Bitcoin? It's crashing. Aren't you worried? He said, me, nope. I love it when it goes down. You see, I get these awesome signals that help me protect and grow my Bitcoin. When Bitcoin is getting ready to go down, I get a sell signal. When it's coming back up, I get a buy signal. So yeah, I just made $3,672, 12.24% in 2 days. Again, we're living this, guys, and we're inviting you to take a look. Sue says, newsflash, CD rates skyrocket to 2.7%. That's per year. So if you break that down per month, it's nothing. But I just made 5% in Bitcoin in 8 hours while I slept. Now, there's one more that I wanted to show you that has nothing to do with making money. It's actually the flip side of this. It shows you the heart of the leadership and the heart of the company, because it's really so much more than what I have time to share with you here. And so I just grabbed a snapshot of this as I was going through the posts. He said, have you joined Unifii Cares? That's a program that Unifii has created to give back. He goes, as a company, Unifii is making microloans every week through an organization called Kiva. You can contribute directly. So I wanted to say about this, and you can learn more about it later. The company puts a lot of passion and time and interest into the Unifii Cares program, because they're not just interested in helping people make money, but also to direct that into something positive together. It really is cool, and it really shows you the heart of the company and where the leadership's coming from. Now, you can use one or all of Unifii's products to start growing your money in the I quadrant. You don't have to use them all, though. But using one of them or more than one, you can start getting compounding to work for you and start making money in the investor quadrant, even if you're starting from something small. You have simple step-by-step tutorials back there that make it simple even if you're tech challenged. And you have live chat support in our groups to support you as well. In addition to that, you're surrounded by a community of really heart-centered, cool people ready to assist you as well. It really is difficult to put into words how much support is here. So I've reviewed Prosperity U, premium FX signals, which are what provide these incredible returns, and you can look at the historical data. I talked about the altcoin reports. If you want to take advantage of long-term, the cryptocurrencies that could do 100 to 1000x, they make it really simple to follow those. And then the advanced signals and the universal signals to protect and grow your money through Bitcoin, if you want to partake in that. And if you get in here, maybe you get in because you want to follow the Forex. If you see what's going on with the signals, because you'll have access to all of that, I'm sure you're going to want to get involved with that because it is remarkable. So let's talk about getting started. You get Prosperity U, which is the training library, the altcoin reports, the universal signal, the advanced signal, the premium FX signals with those incredible results, all for a one-time access fee of $349.95. Basically nothing in comparison to what you're receiving. And you get all that for 1 month. And then there's a monthly subscription. The monthly subscription is because they're updating things regularly. Prosperity U is updated regularly. The altcoin reports are updated weekly, and they do an incredible job with those. The universal signal is updated as required when that signal comes in. It's been coming in about an average of once a month. And I just showed you examples of how just the last 2 signals would have made massively more return than the cost of this by itself. Then there's the advanced signal for those who want to do more advanced trading in Bitcoin. And then the premium signal, that's that premium FX product with incredible returns that we've been seeing. That's updated daily. That's for $89.95 is all per month to continue to get access for this. And you can actually get a discount on that. If you want to pay in advance, like a 3-month membership or a 6-month membership or a 12-month membership in advance, you can do that. That's optional. Now, those of you who live outside the US, Canada, Belgium, and North Korea, you can get a PAM account and not have to even touch the trading. I talked about that earlier. You could watch that section again. That would be one-time additional fee of $299.95 to get that set up. Again, that's optional. PAM, again, is not available in the US, Canada, Belgium, or South Africa, or Mauritius, or North Korea. So that's an option for those outside those countries. Creating wealth through compounding need not require that you take big risks. Start with something small. We talked about these illustrations of turning something very small into something very large, and with a much more conservative return per month than we've been seeing with the Forex product. You could actually get some seed money, like in this starting balance of $5,000 that grows to 1.7 million. You could get some of that money through what you generate through the leverage principle that we'll talk about in the next video. Add just $54 a month to that, it grows to over $2 million. These are incredible examples of what you can do and how quickly you can turn your life around through compounding. Here's an example of $500 we talked about at 15% return, a higher return, but a lesser period of time in 60 months. That grew to over $2 million. Add $27 a month to that. I just want to remind you of this. It gets it to $3 million. The power of compounding is life-changing. Okay, so we've just reviewed Unifii's financial resource products and the power of compounding, which is making income out of the I or investor quadrant. Now, let's return to discussing the details of our system and how you can generate a monthly income out of the B quadrant, which is where you're using leverage. Because that's the point of all of this, is moving you from generating income on the left side of the quadrant, where you're stuck trading time for money, into the right side of the quadrant, into both the B and the I. So next up in our final video of this wealth building series, we're going to review our profit platform system, which you can use to build a distribution network with Unifii, to start creating a residual income out of the B quadrant, the business system quadrant. If you'd like to start using Unifii's financial resource products, which we just went over, so you can finally start tapping into the power of compounding, you can sign up into Unifii right now and get immediate access. You'll find the sign up button at the bottom of this page. This is where you'll get access to all the products we reviewed in this video today. The Prosperity U, Premium FX Signals, the altcoin reports, the advanced signals, and the universal signals. And again, you don't have to start out using all of these. You can start out with just one and then maybe branch off into others as you go. They are powerful. You can also reach out to the person who referred you here if you have any questions or want to see other results in future months. Maybe you're watching this long after I recorded it. You can request to see more of that data. You'll find their contact information at the bottom of this page. Don't hesitate to reach out. Now, whatever you do, don't procrastinate. That's the problem, right? That's what most people end up doing. Unifii has made it incredibly simple to take advantage of compounding. But your greatest asset with compounding is time. It only works, though, if you put it to work. For every minute, every day, every hour, every month you don't have compounding working for you, you're literally losing money. You're not going to create wealth just knowing what you learned here today. You have to put it into action, and it's so easy. Unifii has made that incredibly simple to do. So get started at the sign up button you see below and put compounding to work. You will not regret it. Okay, so next, let's move to the final presentation in this wealth building series. In the next and final video, we're going to show you how you can use the principle of leverage to build a distribution network out of the B quadrant to create a $9,837 monthly residual income. And for some of you, a six-figure monthly residual income. We're going to show this to you by building a distribution network with Unifii using our system. You don't have to build a distribution network and apply this second wealth building principle of leverage if you choose not to. You could choose to simply use Unifii's financial resource products as a customer. It's 100% okay. And then just build wealth through compounding in the I quadrant, the investor quadrant, through the products that we just showed you. that would be fine. But if you'd like to learn about developing a monthly residual income in the B quadrant through leverage, as well as using the products to build wealth through compounding in the I quadrant, continue on to the next and final video to learn more. Not only will we share with you the Unifii system and how you can generate a monthly residual income with Unifii, we're going to show you the system, our profit platform system that allows you to do it. If you know marketing or anything about the importance of simple duplication, you're going to absolutely love the next presentation and the system that we provide to you that allows you to take full advantage of this opportunity. Again, continue on to the next video to learn more.